Be honest.
Different. It was different.
How?
Oh, look. Matt put his back into it a little bit more for sure. David's just a little bit more of a reserved guy. You know,
It's like a Jewish Ray Romano.
but you're never really legitimately making out with people on television.
No, but sometimes somebody, like you said, he put his back into it a little. I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean.
There's some people you kiss on camera and you go, whoa.
Yeah, hey.
That had a little...
It was a little bit, little extra.
Like Van Halen Hot for Teacher was playing somewhere in somebody's Camaro, and I just got like, some broke me off, and I got a little piece of that. And other times it's just...
Other times it's just like how, like you're like in your head, you're like, they're going to yell cut any minute, please God, you know, but no, it's fine.
When you... All right, Archer, and then we got to talk Ghost
Archer.
Whisperer.
An hour... Yeah, God, we fucking did the same television show. This is bananas. Archer about 2 hours every other week while we're making the show.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Where the fuck?
Yeah, it's great.
You fucking motherfucker. I want a fucking cartoon voice. I do a lot of fucking favors for you, Aisha, don't I? What the fuck? A fucking Jew broad in this day and age. Prejudice against Italians.
Joe, I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong. He's a good kid.
I don't give a fuck. We were never in a fucking movie together, Harvey.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
2 hours every other week.
2 hours every other week. Yeah.
And don't say it on the air, but nice.
It's, you know what? Not as nice as you would think.
But better than you would think.
Better than you would think.
Yeah.
And also the greatest show ever that I love making so much, and I hope goes 10 seasons because it's a fucking great thing to be a part of.
How would it not? It's
I can't see how it
ratings.
would. Yeah, but it's doing great. They just picked up another season, so it's doing great.
The Archer headquarters, you got to understand, people listening, the Archer headquarters are in like fucking Georgia. So that's like they outsource to the United States.
They got no, there's very low overhead with Archer.
It's like super cool.
It's like in a warehouse in the middle of Atlanta.
Then they moved it closer to Emory University so more people could come in like intern.
Yeah.
Like they got their act together.
Yeah, they got their shit together. They're great. What was that?
Did you guys have any expectation of how big it would blow up? I mean, because the talent behind it was amazing, but the channel, it was something new for the channel, and like it was a slow kind of build for the first season.
It was a slow build
right?
for sure. I mean, it immediately got crazy reviews, and the crazy reviews.
Just do it. It's laid back. Just look for your phone.
Okay, good. My phone rang, and I feel
just you're talking about reviews and stuff.
So okay, good, because I don't want it to be like that.
Is that an Hermes, my love?
Very close. It is God, what's his name? Philip Lim.
Who?
Philip Lim.
Who? Do you have a sponsor in your podcast?
I have one unpaid sponsor, which is the Red Bird that lets me record there, and then I have.
That doesn't count.
I know, and then
That's like me having Matt Cohen's my sponsor because it's his laptop.
I'll do it if you want, man.
His house. Oh,
my
pocket.
We'll take it on.
All right, for those of you listening, Aisha Tyler just dug through her enormous purse. That's an actual pocketbook.
It is a pocketbook.
I'm surprised you're not wearing a fucking house coat.
It's a case.
And then realized, oh, it's in my pocket. It's like having sunglasses on your head and looking for your sunglasses for a half hour.
That is exactly what I did.
All right.
I'm like an old woman.
And then you have what other sponsor?
And then through my syndicator, I have a couple sponsors. So
What's
Hover
syndicator.
Oh yeah, like the people who distribute my show.
So like Kevin Smith is me.
So no, I wholly produce my own show, but I syndicate it through Liberated Syndication. And so
excellent.
Yeah.
And
so I own
who's that? It's like a flower shop.
The Liberated Syndication, they're just the people that distribute my show. Like I upload it to them, and then they send it to iTunes, and they send it to the Android app. And
but who sponsors it?
Oh, so then they bring me advertisers. So Hover.com, Ice.com.
What's Hover?
Hover is like a web domain registration, like they do domain name registration.
Yeah.
Ice.com, jewelry website, very fancy jewelry website.
What's going on over here?
What, you want some jewelry?
Let's not stop breaking bread. I want a sponsor.
And then
Mark Maron said his
Audible.
first Audible. I did that 1 week.
Yeah, Audible.
I'm not sure what went sideways. I did my job. It was the Patrice O'Neill podcast. We did it well.
One of the numbers on that one, right?
And then
I don't know what they're here. This is the one. I don't know what their deal is. Like how they decide what they're gonna. I don't know. How
choose to
sponsor. Or how they figure out like, oh, your demos are the right demos, or I don't know how any of that shit works.
So I don't understand how you could do 2 hours every other week, and your characters the second most speaking, I would say.
Just get on and then you just crank it out. You crank out an episode. It's a half-hour episode. You just get in the booth and they take it away.
Have you gotten so inside her head that you've actually said to them while recording, she wouldn't say that?
No, but I will pitch stuff. I will definitely pitch stuff. Like, could I say this? Could I do that? And a lot of times after we record it, they'll go, just do whatever you want right here. This is what's happening. And I'll just get to like fuck around. So there's that. But the scripts are killer when they come. They're so funny when they come in. I mean, it's just gravy. Like, we're just like, can we just give you extra jokes to put on top of the
and
killer
you had
jokes?
fun guest people like David Cross was on, and Patrick Warburton.
We just had Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is the season premiere.
Well, he's obsessed with Burt Reynolds, right?
So is Adam Reed, the show creator, which is why Sterling is obsessed, because fucking Adam Reed is obsessed with Burt. Mm-hmm. And the season finale is Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad.
You got to understand, the equivalent of how that show got made would be like, I'm down the street on the beach, and I go, wow, it'd be cool to be a lifeguard. You just save people's lives. And then smash cut, I'm in front of Kevin Riley at Fox, and he goes, I love it.
That would be great.
You as a lifeguard in a cartoon.
And I'm telling you should pitch that.
Me as a lifeguard?
Yes.
I was jogging one morning. And
Gary's swimming.
Don't go in the water.
I don't want to go in the water. I was jogging one morning. And I thought to myself, they did like Tony Danza Teach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I bet I could sell. I'm jogging and like a mid-jog, like I'm just tired and ballsed out. And I go, if I was like a lifeguard, like real, like no one treats me special. I just become lifeguard. Like you got to swim to like Catalina. And then I could like, you could film it. That could probably get on A&E. Like,
like a reality show.
And then I'm thinking, and I just about, I don't know, 100 yards. And I went, I can't even fucking finish this run. How am I going to swim to Catalina? Like, this is the dumbest idea. But I do want to do on A&E Jay Mohr coach and find the high school with a wrestling team.
Yeah.
And just come in for real, completely for real.
Yeah.
And be an assistant coach.
And high school wrestling is the sport of your choice?
It just turns me on.
Oh, well, of course it does. I used to be a timer. I used to be a wrestling timer. That's sweaty.
You were?
Yeah, sweaty man on the
floor.
Yeah,
I wrestled. That was my thing.
Oh, was it in high school?
Yeah, 135 pounds.
Nice. Oh, adorable. That little singlet.
All legs.
Swimming in that singlet.
A bony mess with giant BMX bike legs. So just let's get it to the ground, and I'm going to grapevine you.
Choke you out.
Yeah, I'll just grapevine you and ride you.
Awesome. Hilarious.
Someone's going to isolate that, me talking to Aisha. I'm just going to grapevine you and ride you. And you go, that's hilarious. You put me in my place.
You do it. That'll be funny.
You auditioned for Ghost Whisperers.
Yeah, Ghost Whisperers.
How many times did they make you go in?
That was an offer.
Really?
Yeah.
I was an offer.
But
I was a guest.
Yeah, you were, and then you stayed. How did that work?
Because you fucking died.
I died.
Don't you ever watch The In-Laws, the original In-Laws? Are you interested in joining? The key is to not get killed. That's really the trick to enjoying your benefits. You signed up. Did you know that your character was going to die?
No.
When you get the script, I've always wondered this. When you get the script that you're dying, it's a dark day in the home, right?
Well, I've died many times on many shows. I died on 24. I died something else. I
still got that on TiVo, so don't.
You know what?
Don't spoil it for me.
The statute of limitations is up on that shit. Spoiler
Did you love
alert.
Those people?
I died fucking season 4
I didn't watch
of
Super
24.
Bowl yet. Don't ruin it.
Fuck you. I didn't watch the 2010 Super Bowl yet. You know what? Too late, asshole. You don't get to keep it like a present.
I'll let you in back 2 years.
No, I knew I was going to die when I got the script because I knew I was going to leave the show. At that point, I had already decided to leave the show. So I knew I was going to die.
Wait, you decided to leave the show when you accepted to do the show?
No. I took the show, and at the time I took the show, I didn't know if I was going to stay. Then at the end of the season, I decided I was not going to stay.
Because you had other things, or because that just wasn't your cup of tea?
I loved doing the show, and I had a lot of conflicts going on in my life, and I just needed to tap out.
So it seems like in any show, like when a person dies, whether Boardwalk Empire or Sopranos, you got to get the script and go, no!
I know. I will tell you.
But in your case, it was a blessing because you had to do other things.
I got to do other things. And I love doing the show, but I don't regret leaving because everything that happened. You have a set of, like a list of shit you're dying to do with your life. And, I
gave up on that.
Yeah.
I'm more, you know what I am? I picture myself in your shoes.
Uh-huh.
And I go, if I don't die, they'll just keep writing shit for me for 5 years. And I'll just keep driving to stage 8 in this oddly freezing cold part of Universal
cavernous
Studios.
part of Universal.
Ice cold.
Right?
Yeah. It was at Universal
totally.
when you did it?
We were on the Universal. Yeah, we were on the Universal.
How does it get that cold?
I don't know, but what I loved was that you could walk over and go into the back door.
Jurassic Park.
And ride the Jurassic Park ride on your lunch break. That was the greatest.
Get your picture taken.
Take you right to the front of the line. Fuck all y'all. I'm on TV, bitches.
Hand your photo to the unit production manager. Go, this is where your money's going.
There you go. Right
what
there.
do you do about it?
No, I loved it, but I had a list of stuff I wanted to do, and I was able to do almost all of it after leaving.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Really?
No, not even a little bit. And I would never let that creepy fucking seance guy hang around me either.
No, it's ridiculous.
No,
and you know what? James Van Prague was an executive producer on Ghost Whisperer, and he's like that guy that goes, okay, I'm getting a letter S. I'm getting a letter S. Someone, Sophie, Sam, Stacy.
No.
And you're like, no, it's a T. It's S-T.
No.
And I'm like, I think he's the real deal. I just think law of averages, someone in that domain has to be for real.
Right.
But I don't need to know who the fuck died.
I don't need to know, and I don't want
I
to
already know, and I already know they're around in the ether,
Right.
rooting me on.
I'm scared shitless about just fucking people that are alive. I don't need extra shit to be scared about. You know what I mean?
Your grandfather's name is Maurice. He died, and he's behind you. I knew
Great.
that when I showed up. Tell me people that aren't dead that are fucking me right now as we speak, because that seems to be a problem in my life.
Exactly.
I go, wait a minute, that guy tapped out? We were best friends. I owe him what? I owe him money? How?
Ridiculous.
So
and
what
I don't want to know that, like, my dead ancestors are watching me shower. How is that going to improve my life in any way? In any way at all.
So in order for me to write a book, I got to pay $30,000 to the guy that at one time at dinner I talked about maybe I'll write a book because he now works at High. What the fuck? Tell me that.
Right. Give me some shit that's going to help.
This guy you're hanging out with, you're going to think I'm crazy, but he's an absolute bum.
Right.
Cut him loose.
He's a leech. He's sucking you dry. And
you don't believe in
picks
ghosts at all?
change out of your car. No, I don't.
How? Are you an atheist?
I'm definitely an agnostic.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's the fairest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Atheists, I thought of this when I was running too. They believe in nothing, right? I know whenever I talk about atheism, my Twitter box gets destroyed by people going.
It's just not believing in a
specifically in a God figure. They believe they're not nihilists.
I'm an atheist.
Nihilists believe in nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
atheists believe
but as
in
an
no God.
atheist, Matt Cohen,
I believe in energy and shit. So I do believe in
but
ghosts.
then you're not an atheist
I do
because you
believe in
believe
ghosts.
that you
Well,
are
no,
part
because
of.
theism is
Let
specifically
me
the belief.
finish. Shut up. You shut up. I'm disgusted
I'm the
with.
guest here. I'm the guest.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, no, go for
I'm
it.
disgusted with the two of you. You believe that you're a particle to a greater electron, like George Carlin.
Yeah, but
It's an energy source.
But there's no thing guiding that greater energy source. It's just there. It's nature. That's what I think.
You're guiding it because you were something out there. Don't tell me free will came from a fucking pond 50 billion years ago. You had the ability to choose what fucking type of tree you want to lay under in perfect weather. That's just too bananas.
I don't know where we're going.
I don't know. I dig the whole.
Once he started on perfect weather conditions, I got lost.
Because that's also controlled by the thing.
The thing.
I guess.
I don't know that I believe in a thing. I don't know that I believe in a thing, but I do believe I do have a very strong moral code, and I don't like it when people are religious. There he is. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Was that Hattie McDaniel?
Little girl.
Was that Hattie McDaniel?
That was T.O. Remember he was so shitty to whatever. He's such a little bitch. So he and I are really probably gonna have a run in at some point. So I feel like I don't like it when people who are very religious say that people who are not very religious don't have a moral code, because you can have a very strong defined moral code without believing in a god or a guy and sitting on a throne on a cloud.
To me, he always looked like King Friday from Mr. Rogers. As a kid, I remember that guy.
I think he looks like Dumbledore. So,
fair enough.
So there's that, but I think you can believe that everything's interconnected, and that can still be science-based. There's this, this is going to bore the shit out of your listeners, but there's a really great thing on Nova where they studied this little town in Sweden, that had essentially never intermingled with the outside world. And they proved that if a child, when you were 5 years old, if you had gone through a starvation period and then grown up and had kids, and then your kids had kids, they could prove that your grandkids would show the effects of you starving as a 5-year-old.
Okay.
Or conversely, if you went through a year of feast, like if a 4-year-old woman, when she was young, when she was 4 or 5, went through a period where they had a lot of food, that her grandkids and great grandkids would show genetic and genetic traits based on if she had eaten or not eaten as a child. So the idea that like you can smoke and drink and fuck around and the only person you're hurting is yourself, or you can be it's not like, I believe in interconnectedness totally.
Well, genetics too, right?
Well, genetics, but I think the idea
I
is
said
like,
that like I was disgusted.
like, come on, it's genetics.
Colin Quinn.
That's genetics.
That's disgusting.
That's not complicated.
But I think the idea that we're all dust.
Aisha Tyler walks in with a double helix.
He always looks like he smells something bad.
Of course I do. Like a Matt Cohen sitting next to me, dirty hippie, sitting on a treadmill. God forbid you turn it on, do a little Bobby Kelly work.